Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully this angle is kind of alright. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, this is going to be another wedding vlog, which is super exciting. My battery is flashing at me. Hold up, let me just change that real quick. Okay, I'm back with a new battery, so hopefully I'm in kind of the same position. So I have a few ideas of what I want to include in this wedding vlog, but I thought I would start the vlog today because I just picked up something very exciting. So if you guys watched my wedding thrift with me video, then you guys will know that I said in that video that I had ordered a wishing well on Facebook Marketplace and I was waiting to come back to Auckland to go and pick it up. Now when I came back to Auckland, I messaged the person about the wishing well, and they said that because they had moved house and they had a newborn, somehow it had got lost or it had got thrown out and they no longer had it. So that meant that I had to try and find a new wishing well. So I found one a couple days ago that was kind of the same design as the one that we originally wanted that the lady had thrown out. That is what I went to go and pick up today. So as you guys can see, it is a flat pack, but it's kind of just like light wooden color, and then it's this kind of like flowery print. It does have a little sign that says cards, but I just thought this was quite cute, and Phil and I, we might end up staining it a darker brown just so it will kind of match in with the rest of our decor. I'm super happy to have that ticked off the list now, and then it's got little instructions here on how you assemble that. This one is $27 and I picked it up in here in Auckland because I'm back in Auckland now, so that's where I am currently. I'm in Mount Eden at the moment. I guess I will catch you guys when I am filming next for this wedding vlog. Hello friends, and welcome to another wedding update. Sorry, I've just moved the camera a little bit because I feel like that's a little bit better. I feel like it has been so long since I've actually sat down and filmed an update, and I feel like so much has happened since my last update, so this is probably going to be a very long clip, so I apologize, and it might be a little bit rambly because I'm just gonna sit here and word vomit. So hopefully you guys don't mind, mostly around the whole like government traffic light systems. Also, please excuse all this mess in the background. I'm currently getting through my washing. Sorry if you can hear the wind outside. I'm hoping it's not gonna be too loud. I've written everything down on my phone that I want to chat to you guys about. I guess we will start with the first thing, and that is our reception venue. So if you guys have been following along on this journey for a while, then you guys will know that we booked our wedding reception at a winery. Now because of this whole traffic light system, every hospitality place including wineries are only allowing fully vaccinated people on site, which is very inconvenient for us because we actually have a lot of people attending our wedding that don't want to get the vaccine, health wise or faith wise don't feel comfortable getting it. Phil and I do not feel that it is right to exclude and segregate people from our wedding regardless of their choice of vaccination status, basically. Yeah, Phil and I, we're having a mix of people that are vaccinated and non-vaccinated at our wedding, so we are not using vaccine passports. Phil and I talked about it, and although it may be the more difficult option, it is the option that we feel is most biblically correct option. Phil and I are both Christians. You may disagree with that, but that is just where we're at. That has basically meant that Phil and I had to cancel our reception venue and find a new one that allows for both vaccinated and unvaccinated people. So there has actually been a lot of stress in our wedding planning process lately because of that, because the winery that we were going to had all of the like the tables, the chairs, the cutlery, the crockery, the glasses, the napkins, the tablecloths, all those things included in our hiring fee, whatever you want to call it, that we paid at the start of the year. It has been very stressful since basically the start of December, and I imagine a lot of brides are also feeling the same way. Phil and I looked at so many different venues. The first one we looked at was our friend from church's woolshed. However, that wasn't right because to get into the woolshed you needed to go up some stairs, and we've got older people attending our wedding. My grandma is in a wheelchair, and there was also like a massive pole down the middle, so Phil didn't feel it was right because then we'd have to set up our reception around this pole. And then we looked at doing it at my old church, so my first church that I ever went to. However, they were fully booked on the day that we wanted. And then we looked at a brewery, like do weddings and stuff, but then they were the same deal as the winery where you could only have have a fully vaccinated team. And then we looked at another church with like setting up a marquee on their like land. However, they have a no alcohol policy, and both Phil and I drink. We don't feel a conviction towards alcohol. We don't find it biblically wrong. I know some Christians go either end of the scale with alcohol, but I personally, from what I've studied of the Bible, don't believe there is anything wrong, and my fiance feels the same way. My fiance is also a bartender, and we've also got a lot of people at our wedding that want to drink, and I didn't want to not have alcohol at a wedding because it's a wedding, it's a celebration. So that was a no-go. And then we kind of just went back to square one, and our friends from church have offered their paddock for us, which is really nice. So on Boxing Day, Phil and I actually went to go and view like a few different paddocks that they've got, because I found a marquee company that I really want to use, but they just needed some like flat land to be able to set the marquee up on. So that's what Phil and I were looking at on Boxing Day. I did think of bringing my camera and showing you guys around, but I thought what I'll do is I will save taking you guys physically along to the location for the wedding week vlog, when I actually like take you guys along as we set up everything. But for now, what I'll do is I will put some pictures on the screen that I took while Phil and I were there. Basically, their place is quite rural, which is really nice, so you get a really nice backdrop of like trees and the hills, so it'll be so nice for photos. They have like a little pond area not far from where we want to do our reception as well, which will be really nice for photos for Phil and I. And the marquee is kind of like on top of this like flat hill that kind of like looks down at all of the like the trees and the hills and stuff. So the location is so beautiful. The only thing is that it does take a 4-wheel drive to get to, so I do have to ask some of my guests that own 4-wheel drives if they are okay to kind of cart people back and forth, but they aren't charging us anything, which is awesome. We managed to get most of our money back from our reception venue that we'd originally booked. It's also not very far from our church that we're getting married in, which is really good, so then it makes like going from the ceremony to the reception venue quite easy for people. But yeah, that was a really good option for Phil and I, because they don't care whether people are vaccinated or unvaccinated. However, it does mean that we have to basically do everything from scratch, and we have to pay for a lot more than we would have had to pay for if we were to have our reception at the winery. The next thing we had to look at was marquees. So I am actually still yet to book the marquee, but by the time this video goes up it will be booked. The company that I want to use is Top Carter Tents, so I can put in some photos here of what they are. They are literally so cute. Like, I love the marquees. They're kind of like that teepee style. I think it will really go with our autumnal theme. Phil and I are hoping and praying that we're in green so that everything can kind of go ahead as normal, but we'll adjust it slightly if we're in orange or red. So with this marquee company, you can hire different things from them. Originally they quoted us for like everything included, so the tents, the flooring, the dance floor, the lighting, the tables, the chairs, and little like decor bits and stuff. However, that was going to cost us 11 grand for 2 of them, and Phil and I are like, no, that is ridiculous. So essentially what Phil and I are just going to hire from them are their tents, the flooring, and the lights. Phil and I discussed the dance floor, but we just think it will be easier just to section off a little section of the floor for the dance floor, because I don't think people are really going to care what the dance floor looks like as long as they get to have a bit of a boogie. That's the main thing. Then that comes down a lot cheaper than what Phil and I originally got quoted. Again, I will do like a whole wedding budget video once our wedding is over and let you guys know exactly how much we spent. Essentially that is our marquee done and our lighting done, which is really good. And also the marquees are waterproof, so if it rains it doesn't matter, like the sides can fold down and it's waterproof, so it will still be nice and warm for everyone. We've also got to pay for delivery fee and for people to set up and pack up as well, which is another thing that adds to the cost. But this company is based in Hamilton, so our wedding is in Hawke's Bay. Like, our venues was something that we wanted to spend a lot of money on, and because the paddock that we're going to be using is free, we thought we'd spend the money on the marquee instead. And the reason that we didn't hire the tables from them is because they are long tables, and Phil and I really want round tables just because it works better with our centerpieces that Phil and I have set up, which I think I would have shown you guys in my Kmart wedding shop with me. So if you guys missed that video, I'll leave that down below, and in the eye as well. We've sorted out sound as well. Our church is just going to help us with sound, which will be fantastic. They'll get in like mics and stuff, and speakers. And then the other thing, which was quite stressful to organize, was catering. So again, if Phil and I were going to do it at the winery, the people that just work at the winery cater the wedding. Phil and I had to bring in caterers from a different company. Again, this proved quite difficult with having a vaccinated and unvaccinated wedding, because most catering companies are only doing fully vaccinated weddings because they are like in the hospo sections, which is really frustrating. And then because of the lockdowns as well, a lot of weddings have been pushed back, so a lot of caterers have been rebooked for like the following year or the year after that for when their couples are rescheduling weddings. So a lot of catering companies don't actually have a lot of dates free. Those were the two main problems that we ran into when we were trying to book catering. We managed to find a company that are doing vaccinated and unvaccinated weddings off site that have our date free, which is fantastic. Like, it was such a stress off when I found them, and I confirmed in an email to them last night that Phil and I are happy with them. They sent us a rough draft of their wedding menu, which looks really good. The food sounds really good. It sounds a little bit fancy, which is nice. So the company that we've decided to go for catering is Mitzi and Twin, and it's Harriet that runs it, and she's really good at replying to emails, which is fantastic. And I think Phil and I are going to do a buffet style rather than a shared table, because that's what we feel is best, and that way people can go up and get seconds that want to get seconds, and that way other people don't take too much and other people don't get like not enough, you know what I mean? I will reveal a little bit closer to the time exactly what our menu looks like. Phil and I are basically going to do canapes to start, and then do mains, and then have a dessert option, and then have our wedding cake afterwards. So it's kind of like a 4-course meal in a way. The canapes will obviously come out a lot earlier than like the mains will, and then we wanted to have a dessert option because our wedding cake is not gluten-free or dairy-free or vegan or any of that stuff. So we wanted our guests that, you know, might have celiac or dairy-free to be able to have dessert. Phil and I are massive dessert people, so we wanted to have that option. Phil and I on Boxing Day went in and bought a whole heap of glasses from Kmart on clearance for real cheap from the Christmas range. So you guys would have seen those in my little Christmas clearance haul that I did, so I'll leave that video down below. And in the I definitely don't want to sugarcoat it and say that wedding planning is easy, because it really isn't. And when you throw in a pandemic and this whole traffic light system where you can have certain numbers and you really don't know what light level you're going to be in, it is so stressful. And I've definitely felt the most stress in wedding planning through the month of December. And to be honest, I actually can't wait until the wedding is over because of how stressful it has been. And because we're very close, like we're less than 6 months out from the wedding, it has been so stressful to have all of this stuff just like thrown on us. It was actually me that reached out to the winery because they hadn't contacted me about any of this stuff. So definitely if you're in the same boat as Phil and I, and you are having a wedding that is vaccinated and unvaccinated, and you're having it at like a winery or some sort of food place, I would just contact them and double check what their policies are, because you don't want to get a surprise like a month out from your wedding. I definitely wanted to let you guys know that I am stressed. I had a massive cry at work the other day because I feel like I'm the type of person to just try and problem solve the whole time, and I feel like it kind of just got to a point where I just cracked and the tears just flowed. But like the actual planning of the wedding I am enjoying, but it's just, yeah, all the uncertainty makes it really difficult to try and plan a wedding. I'm glad we pushed our wedding forward a year because we were originally planning for 2023. I'm taking you guys along on this whole process, so you guys need to see the good and the bad. Phil and I have been working through it. We are very strong as a couple. Phil is always like a very positive person. It definitely hasn't caused a divide in Phil and I at all. But yeah, I feel like we're starting to come out of the mess. Like, I feel like we're almost on the home stretch, but not quite. And then I wanted to update you guys about Phil's groom's party. So when we started planning our wedding back in January, one of Phil's groomsmen was actually going to be one of his girls that he was friends with from back home. However, she has had to pull out due to health reasons, which is fair enough, and she let us know about 6 months out from the wedding. It's a little bit annoying. Like, I'm kind of sad that she's not going to be in his groom's party, because I know she was really looking forward to it. I know Phil was really looking forward to having her there, but I understand her health reasons. I know she watches these videos, so hello. But she did let us know early enough that Phil and I were able to fill that spot. So you guys have met my mate Cameron. So Cameron has gladly stepped up and is filling her shoes, which is really good. So we have sorted out Cameron's suit and his shoes, which is awesome. I think the guys just have to do the little pocket squares and belts. I'll just update you guys on a couple other things that we've been doing. Rachel has started planning my hens weekend, which is awesome. So I do plan to vlog my hens weekend, so I can let you guys know that we're going to Taupo. I did have 10 girls invited, but yeah, I have absolutely no idea what she's planning. I literally can't wait for my hens. I feel like it'll be such a nice like girls weekend. And the last thing I wanted to let you guys know is that Phil and I started marriage counseling, or like marriage prep, whatever you want to call it, which has been really good. Like, I know a lot of Christians tend to do this before they get married, because I think a lot of people focus on the wedding day but they don't focus on the marriage that follows. I think it's really important to not just put all your effort and energy into the wedding day, but yeah, also into like learning how to actually love your spouse and deal with conflicts and kind of handle things together, I think. So the book that we bought in my last wedding vlog was actually one of the ones that we needed. We've had 2 sessions so far, because obviously we stopped for Christmas, but I think we're going to kick back into it in the next week or so, which will be really good. So our first session was just like an introduction, so basically what God says about marriage, how he's designed it, kind of what the purpose of it is. And then our last session that we had, we discussed the husband's role, and then I think the next session is on me, so like what the wife's responsibility is and what the wife's role is in the marriage. And then we've got a session on finances, so like how to handle money together, which will be really good. There's a session on conflict, how to like resolve conflict, how to talk about problems. And then I think there's also a session on intimacy and biblical sex and kind of what that looks like and stuff. And then I think there's one more. I think there's 6 sessions altogether. It's been really good so far. I've really been loving it. Our sessions have gone for like an hour and a half. We're just doing it with our pastor. I know Phil's been really enjoying it as well. That's, I think, everything that I wanted to update you guys for now. Hello friends. So I thought I'd turn on the camera again today because I am running a few more wedding errands. Today I'm going to go and pick up one item that I found on Facebook Marketplace last night, and then I'm also going to go to Kmart and just get a few things. Phil and I had like a massive Skype call that was like an hour and a half today, just trying to finalize and smooth out some details in regards to this whole venue change and whatnot. Let's go and get these wedding bits. Okay, so I have just driven to the North Shore and picked up the item that I saw on Facebook Marketplace. But if you guys watched my wedding thrift with me video, then you guys will know that I was after a ring box. Put our rings in, A, to keep them safe, and B, to look cute for our wedding photos. But I saw this really cute, kind of like rustic looking ring box on Facebook Marketplace, and I just thought it would go perfectly with our autumnal theme. It has a little latch here that you just kind of do, and then this is it open, so it's really super cute. It's got the little lace trim, and then it's just got the cute little heart on the top. This only cost me 10 bucks, and now I'm gonna go to Kmart and look for some napkins. I'm gonna go to the Albany Kmart while I'm on the North Shore and just see if they have what I want, but if they don't, then Sylvia Park has them, so yeah, I might just go to Sylvia on the way home. Okay, so that was a bit of a flop. Kmart in Albany didn't really have what I was after. Hello friends, so I probably look a little bit different to earlier. Changed because I had work and it is like 9:30 at night, so it's very late. I wanted to share with you guys all the napkins that I needed from Kmart. So I basically just got this 2 little pack here of napkins. So they're just 2 white napkins. They're literally just called the 2 white napkins, and they're kind of like a cloth, so you get 2 in a pack, and they were $2 each. I bought 50 of them because we have about 100 people. Yeah, I'll catch you guys when I do another wedding update, which I'm hoping will be in a couple of days. Hello friends, so I thought I would give you guys another little wedding update because I have bought quite a few things since I bought those other couple of bits that you guys would have seen in the previous clip. I picked up this today, so I may as well show you guys this today. In my wedding thrift with me video, I was saying to you guys that I was really wanting to thrift a cake knife. I know a lot of people tend to forget about the knife for the cake, so I found this little set here on Facebook Marketplace. So I went to go and pick it up because they were local here in Auckland, but they just look super nice. Like they've got this little kind of like glass look handle, and then this massive knife and the little cake slice. Phil also really liked the look of these. I sent him a photo. This only cost me 20 bucks. Second thing that I've picked up recently, again bought locally in Auckland, again I found on Facebook Marketplace, but it is just a wedding garter. So essentially, if you don't know what this is that thing that kind of like goes around your leg under your dress, and it's kind of like your husband's job to like get it off your leg without using his hands, essentially. But Phil and I aren't actually going to do that at our wedding. I know it is like a tradition thing, but Phil and I talked about it and we both don't really feel comfortable doing that at the actual like wedding reception. So this is just going to be a bit of fun for Phil after. But this is essentially what it looks like. So it's cream and it's got these little like pearls on them, which I thought will match my jewelry, because a lot of my jewelry that I'm going to be wearing on my wedding day has pearls. This only cost me 7 bucks. So then the next thing I might show you guys is from Peter Alexander. So I actually bought my PJs for my wedding morning, but I really wanted to get myself a nice set. So I thought I'm gonna wear these PJs the night before the wedding, and then I think to actually get ready on my wedding morning, I'm gonna wear my bride robe that I thrifted. But essentially, this is the PJ set that I got. It is the Satin Touch bridal pajama set from Peter Alexander. So essentially, you've got this little tassel here, and it just lifts like this, and it's all packaged super duper nice. So essentially, try and show you without it falling out. This is what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can kind of see. So I just got mine in a size small. These do go for $120 each, these sets. Bought them in the Black Friday special, so I think it only came down to like just over 90. That's myself done. Still need to get on to my bridesmaids. The last wedding purchase wasn't technically a necessity. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube for like wedding tips, and a lot of them say to bring a spare change of shoes. So I have already bought my wedding shoes. I showed you guys these in my first wedding vlog, but in case you missed it, essentially these are my wedding shoes. So I mean, the heel it's high, but it's not like crazy high. I mean, it's got a massive platform here with the lace across here. I'm still going to be wearing these for like my ceremony, and I'm hoping like a good half of my reception. But I wanted to get another pair just so that if my feet do get sore throughout the night, or I don't want to wear those dancing, then I can swap. I did think about just wearing bare feet when I'm dancing, but I thought if my feet are really sore, and Phil and I still have to do our first dance, we're gonna have photos and stuff and a video obviously of our first dance, so I didn't want to not be wearing shoes. So I popped into Merchant and picked up a second pair of shoes. So Merchant shoes are leather shoes, so they will be super duper comfy. These are the shoes that I picked up for dancing. So they're not completely flat. I didn't want something completely flat because Phil is 6'3" and I'm like 5'3", so he's a lot taller than me, but when I'm walking in these, they feel flat. So I'll just show you guys one of them, I suppose. They're kind of like a slingback style with a little gold buckle here, and I've got gold around here, which is kind of what sold me on it. Like I wanted something with a bit of gold, and obviously my jewelry that I'm going to be wearing for my wedding is mostly gold. It's just a closed toe with a point. Hoping that I will be able to wear these after the wedding as well to actually get my money's use out of them. And then I just got the little grips on the bottom to stop me from sliding. So these ones I just got in a 37, which is my size. They're called the Dulce white leather women's dress court. I think these came to about 240 with the little grips. One other thing as well that I did want to mention is that I have bought some dried dehydrated orange rings on Facebook Marketplace. Again, I've talked about in previous wedding videos, but in case you missed it, our cake, instead of having flowers on it, we're having dried fruit. My cake lady has managed to find some dried fruit, but she hasn't managed to find dried oranges. So I found some on Facebook Marketplace for $50. They're currently in Topor, so when I go to Hawke's Bay for Christmas, I am going to pick them up on the way. I can overlay some footage now of what they look like, but yeah, I just thought I would grab them as well, just so we've got extra to put on the cake as well, and because I really wanted like dried oranges on the cake as well. Super duper happy with that. Just goes to show you can pretty much find anything on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, other than that, that is everything that I have. Catch you guys when I do another wedding update. Hello friends, so it is yet another day in this wedding vlog. It is super duper hot today, like I cannot even describe how hot it has been. I wanted to turn on the camera today because my plan is to go and pick up my wedding dress, which is very, very exciting. I made my last payment a couple days ago. I have done like a whole separate video of me going to try on wedding dresses. If you guys missed that video, then I will leave that video down below and in the eye. Yeah, I want to try and pick it up today or like this week so that I don't have to stress about if we go into any more lockdowns and my dress gets trapped in the bridal shops. I'm gonna go and pick up my veil and my dress, and then I can organize getting it altered. Let's go drive to Astra Bridal because that's where I went to go and try on my dresses, and yeah, let's go and hopefully pick up my dress. Okay friends, so I have just driven to the city, parked down the same street I parked down last time when I always come here if I go around like Simmons Street area. So if you want a good parking street, it's like the St. Benedict's street. Come down that because you don't have to pay. I drove past Astra Bridal and they have all the lights on, so I'm hoping that they're open and that I'll be able to pick up my dress. Guys, that was so successful. We picked it up. I'll show you guys in a second. It is just hanging in the back. It literally doesn't even fit, so I have to like drape it and just hope that it's okay, but I'll show you guys. Here is my dress in the little Astra Bridal bag. You can't fully see. There we go, yeah. And then this is my veil as well. I thought I'd show you guys because I don't think you guys actually saw. This is my little veil. I don't know if you guys can see it very well in the thing. It's like quite shimmery. Obviously you guys will see better when I actually get married. It's nice and shimmery, it's nice and long, so it actually like flows really nice from my dress. I'm literally so happy. So my dress has a few of the dimensions at the back, so I can let you guys know. So it is in the shade ivory, so it's not like a stark white, but it's not like a beige. And then it's a size 12 as well, which is good, so it pretty much fits me perfectly. And they've given me a list of like seamstresses to get my hem taken up, so I'll contact a few of those tonight as well. I am going to drive home now, and then I guess I might update you guys in this vlog actually when I get it hemmed, because I will have to try it on. Maybe I'll put it in that part of the video. I'll bring you guys along to that appointment, but if that's not the next clip, then obviously that will be somewhere in this video. I'll carry this vlog on when I film next. Hello friends, and welcome back to the wedding vlog. I thought I would turn on the camera. Sorry if you can hear noises outside. I've got my window open, I've got the camera right next to the window. But anyways, I thought I would turn on the camera today because I am actually going to get my dress altered today. Like I can wear it as it is, but I just would prefer like a little bit hemmed up. I'm actually going to grab my shoes out of my wardrobe as well so that I can take my heels with me. It is just me that is actually going to this appointment. I'm going to try and get a few clips. I'm quite excited, not gonna lie. Let's go and get my dress altered. Lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, I like the lace in the train. That's what sold it for me. Yeah.
The place, it's really lovely. So if you stand sort of over here a bit.
So I just got out of the fitting, went in, I filmed a little bit in there, which was good. The lady was more than happy for me to film, which was so nice. So essentially I've got all the details here that I'm having done, so I thought I'd share them with you guys. I've actually gone to I Sew For You. It is Shirley and Tony that run this business, but it was Shirley that was helping me. She was so lovely. Completely trust leaving my dress there to get altered. Yeah, my dress is just gonna stay there for like a couple months until probably like a few weeks out from the wedding. Update you guys in probably my next wedding vlog when I actually go and pick it up, because we are gonna do a final fitting and do like a pickup all together. So if you are in the Auckland area and you are needing someone to get your dress altered by, I would highly recommend Shirley. I'll leave, if she's got a website, I'll leave it down below, but it was one of the ones on the list that Astra Bridal recommended for me. It was like the top ones. It's $35 an hour, but essentially they're just shortening the 2 lining hems and shortening the 4 tulle hems. She didn't charge me for like the kind of consult thing, which was really nice as well. You guys will see the final fitting in my next wedding vlog, and yeah, I'll pick up this vlog tomorrow again when I'm getting a little bit more stuff done, and hopefully I will be able to update you guys on a few things as well. I'm just wanting to finalize a few things tonight. So it is actually a couple of days since I did my like wedding dress alterations part of this video that you guys would have watched. As you can see by the background, I'm in a different location. I'm currently at Phil's flat. We just went out and printed our table numbers out. So essentially went to Warehouse Stationery, and if you guys watched my last wedding vlog, we tried to go to Warehouse Stationery to print out our invites, and the experience wasn't great. It was in Hawke's Bay, so I thought in Auckland it might have been a little bit better, but to be honest, I would not recommend going to Warehouse Stationery to print anything out, because the lady was just so slow, and then she ended up printing them out and then cutting them to size, but then she cut them to size and they weren't center. So essentially we just got them printed A5. I've got one of our little photo frames here, which you guys would have seen in my Kmart wedding shop with me. Essentially I am just going to size it up and then just outline it for Phil, and Phil is going to take them into work and guillotine them. So yeah, that's the plan. So I thought I'd give you guys a little time lapse. We just got them printed on just like normal paper. Essentially we don't want anything too fancy. We just made these up on Word. We just wanted something very simple for the font. Alrighty friends, so I have just driven to, I think it's like Arkles Bay or something. I can't actually remember how to pronounce it, but I just went to go and pick up a kind of wedding item. It's actually for my hens weekend, which is actually this coming weekend. It was quite a drive to get out here. Like I kind of drove from Auckland City and it's taken me just under an hour. It is quite a hike, but it is actually such a nice area. Like, let me show you guys. Like, it's just so nice and green. Can you guys see the water over here? Such a beautiful day today as well, so I really didn't mind. So I thought I'd show you guys what I ended up picking up. So I don't know if I will end up using this particular sash or not, because I do have another one, but it is simply just sash that says bride. We also have a veil, which is quite a long veil, so I might end up like wearing one out to dinner and then one when we do like fun activities and stuff. And then I have 4 of these sashes here which just say bride tribe, which was awesome. And then in here as well there are just some little balloons as well that say team bride, so I will show you. Just kind of look like that. Hopefully you guys can see. I just came for the sashes, but she's chucked everything in, which I think is super duper sweet. And all of this stuff was free, so that's why I grabbed it. It was on Facebook Marketplace as well. I found it late night scrolling. Everything kind of sus now in the way of like my hens pretty much. We've booked one of the activities and then we've paid for the accommodation, so there's just one more activity that you don't need to book, and then there's like dinner and stuff, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna drive home and I will probably carry on this vlog on Saturday because I want to build and stain the wishing well that you guys would have seen us purchase at the start of this video. Hello guys, so it is Saturday and I think I said in my last clip that I may have been updating you guys on Saturday. So essentially I've literally just finished work and driven to, it's like Titirangi. It's still in Auckland but it's like half an hour away from work because I went to go and pick up some more wedding decor. So essentially in here I just have a whole heap of pine cones, which are quite like small pine cones, which is really good. I think I will need to give these a clean. Essentially I was struggling to find smaller pine cones because if you guys haven't watched my came out wedding shop with me then you won't know, but I'm wanting to use pine cones in my centerpiece and just to kind of bring in the more like autumnal feel. So I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace who essentially just gave me like a whole bag of like, I think there's like 25 or so pine cones in here, and it was free. So that was really sweet, and I'm gonna go home and do a couple other bits. Okay friends, so I'm back home. I went through the Macca's drive-through. I'm sorry if you don't like mukbangs, but I thought I might just chat to you while I eat, and it can be like a little wedding mukbang. I have some things to update you guys on. Pretty much the only thing actually that I wanted to chat to you guys about is the fact that both my sisters have pulled out of being bridesmaids, which really sucks because obviously in my last vlog you guys would have seen I ordered Rachel's dress and both my sister's dresses. One of my sister's dresses was a custom made one. On JJ's house you can't return custom made dresses essentially, but my other sister's one was just one of the sizes that I picked, so I could return that one. Yeah, she messaged me like probably a few weeks ago now actually, and said she didn't want to do it anymore, and because of that my younger sister also pulled out, which means that I have essentially lost $155 on my younger sister's dress that I can't return, which is, to be honest, really frustrating. I have brought in two of my other friends. So I've got Anna, who you guys have met, and I've also got Chrissy, who you guys met. That has been an absolute lifesaver. So I've also ordered some more jewelry. I needed to get one more set of earrings, and I also bought myself a bracelet. That has been a big stress, but I've ordered two new bridesmaid dresses. Both girls have given me their measurements. I also wanted to let you guys know that we slightly changed one of the colors. Originally I bought another swatch because of my sister. I ordered this color swatch off of JJ's house. This is called Vermilion, but it's more of like a rusty orange. I have ordered one of my bridesmaids dresses in this. Rachel has the gold, which you guys would have seen in my last video, and then I've still got the burgundy. One of my bridesmaids is wearing the same heels as Rachel, which you guys would have seen in one of my like first ever wedding videos, because I let you guys know of that one. Anna, she's quite tall, so we thought the heels might not be the best option for her, so I can put a photo on the screen here of the shoes that she's gonna wear, because they would have been the shoes that my sister had worn. It's still kind of like the same kind of like taupey brown color. So I've changed my top. My next task and the last task that I think I want to do for today is to paint this kind of light wood color. Doesn't really go with our wedding decor. Phil and I went into Mitre 10 a couple days ago and got some little paint pots. Sorry if you can hear the wind outside, I feel like it's really loud. So it is just this Resine Woodsman test pot. This one is just in the shade Bark, and it is essentially just a dark brown. Yeah, my job is going to be to paint this, and then Phil's job is going to be to assemble this, but I'm hoping that it'll kind of come out this kind of dark. I know I technically should be doing this outside, but it is really grey and cloudy. It's really windy too, and it just looks like it's gonna rain. Hello guys, so it is actually the next day, so it is Sunday. Okay, I've had to change angles because it's just way too bright on the other side. I've booked in myself and my 3 bridesmaids to get our nails done the week of the wedding. So we're going to go to Lily Beauty in Hastings. I asked on the wedding discussion group on Facebook for recommendations, and that place came up a few times. So I haven't been there, but I've read reviews and they say they're really good. So yeah, I'm super happy that that's also done. It's one less thing that I've got to stress about. Yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to film for this wedding vlog. I feel like it probably is going to be a longish one because there's been so much change that I've had to just sit and talk to you guys about. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this wedding vlog, and if you have, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below. There will be a few more wedding vlogs, but we are kind of nearing the end of all the planning and stuff now, which to be honest I'm actually really excited for. And if you guys have missed any of my wedding content so far, I will leave the playlist down below and in the eye for you as well. That is all for now, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.